moments this year.
For sure. I mean, we were connected defensively more than we've been all year. Gave up the fewest amount of points this season. So, yeah, just connected and active. Really talked about moving on the flight of the ball. Like on the pass, we move and you stay as low as the ball. We did a much better job of that.
You've needed to put Liz back in the starting five with Temi out these last two. What stood out to you about how she's been able to step right in seamlessly and hit the ground running?
Yeah, just really, really proud of what she's done. She's been so consistent. You know, even when I didn't start her, she came in, did exactly what we needed her to do. And then these last couple games, like she's really stepped it up and played really well for us.
Sandra, or Alexa, whoever's got it, sorry.
When the players were up here, you could just tell the relief. Like, Les came out and before really even saying anything, she's like, we won.
Right.
What was it like in just the locker room after the game, those moments to, especially being at home and being able to celebrate?
Yeah, I'm just so happy for the players. I mean, like I said earlier, like these guys just keep showing up and going to work. And it went our way tonight. But they were the reason. They stepped up on the defensive end of the floor, all of them. You know, we've been giving up so many threes every game. I think we had 2 tonight. So just, you know, their attention to detail and focus on this end tonight was why we got this win.
They had said when they were up here that they were just tired of talking about being better defensively. Have you felt that from them in the previous few days leading up to this game?
They were tired of talking about it?
They were tired of talking about it, so they just came out and did it.
Well, we're going to continue to talk about it because it worked, right? Yeah, we'll keep talking about it. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but, you know, before we play New York. I'll stop talking about it when they get a little bit more consistent with it.
I think, James, you want to go ahead? Or
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it even more now.
Chrissy, what do you think of just the play Aaliyah Boston had against Camila Cardoso, a game on the line, and she has that moment? What do you think that does for not only this game, but just her confidence in the season she's kind of going through?
Yeah, I was talking to her after the game, and I was so proud of her because, you know, she had that big and one that was huge right there at the end, and then knocked down that free throw. You know, she's more worried about being 4 for 14, and that's hurting the team, and that's who she is. You know, that's what she goes, Coach, I got to make those shots. You know, we have to continue to play through our bigs. We did that last year, and we've got to do that again. It just opens everything up. It gives us, we've got 5 people in double digits. You know, I've got 3 players with 8 or 9 rebounds. You know, we've got to just keep playing together as a team.
And then Kennedy Carter got a hit in on Caitlin in the third quarter. What do you think of the play, and have you had any conversations with officials or even Caitlin herself about how to handle moments like that?
Yeah, I'm just really proud of her for not reacting. You know, that was a moment, you know, she's a competitor, and she kept her cool, and I'm so, you know, that's exactly what she needed to do in that moment in this game. It was a tight game. Like, we didn't need to, you know, but she handled it amazing. You know, I'm going to go back and look at it. I'll probably send it into the league. That's what we keep doing. We just keep sending all these clips into the league, and they keep telling us why we're not right about our calls, or what we think. But we're going to keep doing it. These guys are going to start getting calls. They've got to start getting calls.
Chloe. I'll call on Annie. Annie, hold on. Chloe, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, you've talked a lot about having those close games last year. You lost a lot of them last year. Just what does it mean to be able to pull out a 1-point victory early this season?
Chloe, it's amazing, okay? I'll just keep it. Just a win with what our players have gone through and our team has gone through with this schedule, just to get this win at home. The crowd was amazing. I mean, the possession where Erica Wheeler and Kelsey had the tip pass, the place erupted. I mean, that just gives you so much juice. It's really exciting. You know, these guys are going to stick with us if we keep playing hard, keep getting wins. We're going to get some practice time when we come back from New York, which is going to be huge, and rest. We're going to get rest.
Annie, go ahead.
So you thought that play should have been reviewed?
I thought my players thought it should be reviewed. I couldn't see it. Thank God I didn't have it, so I can't really answer. But I'm going to go with them, and when they obviously thought it was a reviewable play.
Chrissy, Caitlin said she's gotten to the point where she's accepted those are going to happen. But what needs to be better done to protect her? Because we've seen those game in and game out right now.
I'm trying not to get fined. We're just going to keep sending these possessions to the league and these plays, and hopefully they'll start, taking a better look at some of the things that we see happening or we think is happening. just more happy that Caitlin handled it the way she did. She, it's tough, to keep getting hammered the way she does and to not get rewarded with free throws or, just a foul call. Like she's continuing to fight through that. And that's what, appreciate that from her. Really, really proud of her for doing that.
Alexa, then Alexa.
Christy, 9-2 run to end the first half. How did you guys carry that momentum into the second, especially because Kelsey had 7 of those points?
Yeah, I thought there were times I wrote on the board resiliency. Right when we came out from half, we've had some hard starts where we just couldn't get going. I thought we were having one of those moments, and I was about to call a timeout, and I didn't need to do that. They came together. They made the adjustment. We got a couple baskets in transition. That is growth. Those are the moments that are growth for me, and that's what really happy they were able to come together and fight through that adversity.
You're good. Just given that you guys have such a quick turnaround, how do you, as a coaching staff, prepare the team? And you've done it back and back before, but obviously it's like now at the tail end of this crazy stretch. But does it make it easier, I guess, coming off of a win and hoping to build off of that as well?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you win, that makes everything feel a lot better. But going to New York on a back-to-back, and then this is our second back-to-back in the same week, these guys they're clawing and they're fighting. And that's all I can ask them to do. And they did that till the end tonight, and they'll do it again tomorrow, regardless of who the competition is.
Coach, you kind of spoke about this briefly. Your team had 5 offensive starters with double-digit scoring. Could you just speak about that? What did that mean for your team?
Yeah, it's great when you can get across the board your starters, getting the touches. And I can't wait to go back and watch, but like we shot, 39% from the field and 24 from the 3. We missed some wide open shots that we're going to start hitting. We're tired, our bodies are exhausted. Maybe that's going to play, and when we get some rest, we are going to hit those shots. We hit those shots. If we just hit half those shots, we go up, we're 10-12 ahead of them at halftime. So we're just trying to, wade through this, get through it, get home, get some rest, and then be able to get to practice some of these things that we keep talking about in here.
Got last 2 on Zoom, Jim Conlon, then Willie.
Hi, Coach. Coach, fantastic win tonight. They say there's lessons to be learned in defeat, but there's also lessons to be learned in victories as well. Is the lesson that you'll take away from the fourth quarter is maybe game management coming down the stretch?
Yeah, for sure. Those are the times where in the past we've really struggled to get some stops when we needed to. We were able to do that tonight. I know we took a shot. I don't remember. Kelsey took a shot late. I was really hoping we would try to go downhill with that, but it was a good look for her. I mean, she's a great shooter. It was a great look for her. We got to put people on their heels more in those moments and try to get to the free throw line. But, she's a great shooter. She came off that pin down by Liz, and it was a good look. I think there was only 4 seconds on the shot clock. But, yeah, game management, getting stops is huge for us in those moments.
Last one, Willie.
Thank you. Christy, you just mentioned in the previous question about finally getting home and practice these things. After the last game, somebody asked you about your care for the organization and the players. You took a pause to sort of answer it, and I thought you answered it great. I know you said it's for the players, but will you take a moment to appreciate how hard you've been trying to bring this together? You really are playing every 1.8 days. You really don't even have a day between to prepare. Will you take a moment to sort of appreciate what you're trying to do with a lot of the fire that you've been catching? I don't know if you see, just in general.
Well, we play New York tomorrow at 7, so I'm gonna take it though. I'm gonna enjoy this one. This was a good one. Listen, I coach for the 12 that are in the locker room. That's what I do this for. I'm passionate. I'm emotional. It feeds. I hope that feeds onto them the way I am with them. But you said it, man. Like playing every other day, it's tough and it's taking a toll on their body. So for them to get this win right here at the end of this stretch, just so freaking proud of them for that. Just fighting through and being able to come out with this win at home is huge.
I mean, I feel like we were just tired of talking about it. It was something that we were just like, bro, like, let's stop talking about it. Let's just go out there and do it. Like, we deserve this. We came together. We helped each other out a lot. And I just felt like we played, like, team defense today.
Does that same feeling apply to a win? Stop talking about making progress, actually get over the hump, and how did it feel for you guys to actually do that today?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So like that. Nice, Liz. Very insightful.
Kelsey, that run, the 9-2 run to end the first half, 7 of those points, those are your first 7 points. What really turned on for you there?
I really just like to be in position for these guys, trying to find my angles, be aggressive at any given moment on both sides of the floor. But for me, it's just about, filling in the gaps with these guys. We got a lot of great players on the floor. And so as long as I can just be fluid in those different spots and different angles, I think my run's going to always be consistent. I just got to, for me, it's just about seeing the light and seeing the angles and kind of just piggyback off these guys. So I feel good about it.
Yeah, for any of you, you had some scoring droughts of like 3 minutes in the first, 4 minutes in the second, but the defense kept you in the game. Just what does it mean to have that kind of defensive performance that keeps you in the game?
Kind of like her. We got tired of talking about it, and I'm so happy you said that because I'm going to take this compliment and let Christy know that you thought our defense was good, too.
Right.
Okay, so now that we can agree that our defense is good today, we're going to just record all this,
Sleep
okay?
good tonight.
But it was good for us. I think that we've always, especially the last couple of games, defense has been our problem, and it felt good to kind of get it right, so.
Thanks.
For Caitlin and Kelsey, can you just take us through the play where you get the rebound, kick it ahead to Erica, Erica throws it to you, alley-oop? Should have dunked it, but what would you think of just that finish there and just that play in the moment of the game?
Just like an energizing team play, but it all started because we got a stop on the defensive end, and we're able to come away with the rebound. And I thought we did a really good job all night, morning, I guess, all morning, afternoon of getting the ball off the rim and then pushing in transition. I feel like that's when we're at our best. So Ida probably could have had a layup, but just an unselfish play by her and gave it to Kels. And those are just like energizing team plays. And I think that's definitely a moment we kind of needed at that point. And, Kels made a really impressive play to finish it. So it was fun.
Real quick, who are you clapping hands with? Because I was like, dang, she is hype.
Oh, one of my friends from home.
Okay.
Yeah, she was lit.
Shout out to Skylar Black.
And then one quick follow-up for you, Caitlin. We saw the play in the third quarter where Carter kind of decked you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you respond to that and stay within yourself when maybe you weren't expecting that?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but I think it's just respond, come down, let your play do the talking. It is what it is. It's a physical game. Go make the free throw and then execute on offense. And I feel like that's kind of what we did, but, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know.
NaLyssa, you said the other night you just want wins. How do you build off this performance now to keep winning?
We take what we did tonight and just keep building on it. We watch film. Well, it's going to be hard to watch film because we got a game tomorrow. But like I said, we just build off of this, watch a little bit of clips in the morning, and go from here.
Oh, congratulations. I'm Tasha Jones with the Indianapolis Reporter. One of the things that we've noticed is that women's basketball is really getting animated in the thought process of bringing energy to the game and talking trash. And do you feel like you guys are trying to augment or change that in order to fit in a certain type of way in Indiana, or do you guys want to continue to push that? We get spicy, we can get a little cheeky and still win, right? And still,
I think it's always been like that. I think with these guys coming in, though, we get to display it a lot more. But I think the league itself has always been like that. But, that grit and that chip on our shoulder as a league is what makes us who we are. And I think, because we can make it chippy and make it exciting all in one, I think it makes for one of the best leagues in the world. So I'm excited about where it's going.
One follow-up question for you, Caitlin. That little push, I think, in the fourth quarter where Angel Reese, did she say something to you? I don't know what happened. Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
All right,
It was
cool.
all my
Thanks.
girl today. Man.
Questions for Caitlin. You backed down Dana Evans in the fourth, and I just want to know how much is in your offensive bag. And then second, should we
Not much.
should we look forward to you using moves in the paint such as that?
Yeah, I think I probably could have actually got my feet in the paint a little bit more tonight. 9 of my shots came from 3 and got a little cold there in the second half after starting off pretty hot. So that'll happen, but, that layup that came at a good time for us. We kind of needed a basket and was able to finish around the rim. So I think the more I can get my feet in the paint and at times, sometimes I get a little caught a little too deep in the paint, maybe, get a little floater going a little more. Or, probing a little bit more to find shooters because everybody's collapsing when I drive into the paint. So, my first reaction is to always pass once I get in there. So just trying to find our post player or people spotting up on the perimeter.
Caitlin, first win in this building. How'd it feel?
It was good. It was great. And, I think it came at a really great time. Our fans were awesome. They were energized. We really didn't shoot the ball well at all collectively as a team. And, sometimes that's hard for the fans. Like, that's what they come to see, like, probably the offense. But I think they really appreciated our great defense tonight. And it was still a really great game. But once our offense kind of gets clicking a little bit more, and, I still felt like we took really good shots. They just didn't go down. And that's just basketball. We could come out tomorrow and it could be a completely different story, and we make a bunch of shots. That's just how it goes. And but I'm proud of our group. I thought, earlier in the season to this point, if we would have shot like this, we wouldn't have won the game because we didn't have that resiliency, and we would let it affect the defensive end for us. So just proud of us. We were really gritty on defense. Even when they were making runs, we always found a way to respond.
For any of you, kind of going off that point, with it becoming close at the end and kind of coming down to those free throws, what do you feel like allowed you guys to pull out that clutch win down the stretch when maybe in last year, even earlier this season, that was a little bit of an issue?
I think the resiliency. She kind of just harped on it. I think for us, it's about taking these moments down the stretch of the games. That's really, really tell you where you at as a team and how good you are when it get gritty and when it get ugly. And I think we were resilient. We were respectful of each other's time and space as far as getting the right shot. And I think we did it together. So I think for us, it's about making sure down the stretch of those moments, we kind of just stay together and not, deflect.
You guys have that game tomorrow night, but then you finally have a long stretch after this long stretch of games. For any of you, how do you carry, today into that stretch and your next stretch of games?
We come out to compete every night. So I say we go into every game with the same mentality, and that's to win the game. So, like I said, we're going to take what we did tonight, take it over to tomorrow, get our little break, and then we back on it again.
To that point about gritty wins, it seemed like that and one from Aaliyah in the last 90 seconds was emotionally gave you guys a huge boost to go into the end of this one. What did you guys see from her tonight dealing with a rotation of bigs from Chicago? Anyone can answer.
I think she stayed in it, regardless of if her shot was falling. You never seen her drop her head, getting her feelings, nothing. She played hard on defense. She rebounded for us. She ran hard.
She made the necessary play.
Yeah, like she screened hard. She did everything we needed her to do. So it's not always about what's on the stat sheet. She did big things for us. So I feel like that and one, she deserved it.
I agree.
And then one quick one for you, Caitlin. Throwing the ball up in the air at the end. What was the feeling there? Was it relief?
A genius
Was it
basketball play. I don't get why more people don't do that. If there's like 3 seconds on the clock, why wouldn't you just launch it into the air? They can't foul you. The clock's still running. They can't get the ball. Like, I don't get why more people don't do that. It's smart.
Teach them a little fun.
I almost hit the scoreboard or the jumbotron, so I don't know if the facilities people have been too happy, but
Take that out to a chick.
Felt good.
Caitlin, how have you tried to compartmentalize the way in which the hard fouls are being tolerated with you right now? The targeted fouls.
It is what it is. I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate. Like, just let them hit you, be what it is. Don't let it get inside your head and know it's coming. I think at this point, like, I know I'm going to take a couple hard shots a game. And that's what it is. I'm trying not to let it bother me, and, just stay in the game is saying what's important, because usually it's the second person that gets caught if you retaliate or something. So just trying to stay in the game and focus on my team and focus on what's important.
Caitlin, you're obviously used to hot crowds like the one tonight, but how do you take their energy as a team and make that a home court advantage?
Yeah, I think the place erupted, especially when Kelsey and Edub made that amazing play, and you can just feel that, and that's energy we feed off of as a team. You have a play like that, and then you go down on defense, and you want to get a stop more than ever. So I think we could have fed off of it, honestly, a little bit more than we even did. But that'll come as probably our offense flows a little bit better. But I thought they were amazing. It's fun getting to play in front of these type of environments, whether we're here or whether we're on the road. The crowds have just been absolutely incredible. So I know our fans will continue to show up, and I feel like we're just getting started. So just proud of our group for finding a way to win tonight.